One evening, Samuel left for work. Before he left, he made sure the doll was sitting on the big red chair in the living room. When he came back home later that night, he unlocked the door and walked inside. He looked at the red chair. The doll was not there. Samuel blinked his eyes. He looked around. He found the doll standing by the hallway window looking outside. Samuel rubbed his head. He told himself that he must have moved the doll and forgot about it. He picked up the plastic doll and put it back on the red chair. 2 days later it happened again. Samuel put the doll in the bedroom before he went to take a shower. When he came out of the shower, the doll was not in the bedroom. It was standing right outside the bathroom door. Its glass eyes were staring straight at him. Samuel felt a cold chill run down his back. Once upon a time in a very big and busy town, there lived a man named Samuel. Samuel was a good man. He lived all by himself in a nice, quiet house. He was a local businessman, which means he bought and sold things to make a living. Samuel always had a warm smile. He was very kind to everyone who lived on his street. He helped old people carry their bags. He gave free candy to the children. Everyone liked Samuel as a friend. But Samuel was very lonely. He wanted a wife. He wanted someone to love and someone to talk to when the sun went down. But there was a big problem. Every time Samuel tried to talk to a lady, she would walk away. All the girls in the town denied him. If he said hello, they would ignore him. If he bought them flowers, they would say no thank you. This made Samuel feel very sad inside. He wondered if he would be alone forever. Then one sunny morning, everything changed. Samuel met a beautiful lady named Stella. Stella was new in town. She had big, bright eyes and a very sweet smile. When Samuel said hello to her, she did not walk away. Instead, she said hello back. Samuel could not believe it. His heart beat very fast. Stella was very kind to Samuel. They became best friends and soon they fell in deep love. Stella moved into Samuel's quiet house, and the house was not quiet anymore. It was filled with joy. Stella was wonderful. Every morning she woke up early and cooked delicious food for him. The house smelled like sweet bread and fresh eggs. She helped him wash his clothes. She assisted him with his daily work. For the first time in his life, Samuel was truly happy. He felt like the luckiest man in the whole wide world. As time went by, Samuel's business grew bigger. Because Stella was there to support him, he worked very hard. One day Samuel got a huge contract. A contract is a very big job. This big job was going to pay him a lot of money. More money than he had ever seen. Samuel was jumping with joy. He ran home and hugged Stella. He told her that they were going to be rich. They would never have to worry about anything ever again. Samuel trusted Stella with all his heart. He loved her so much. Because the job was so big, he could not do it alone. He told Stella that she must help him look after the contract. He wanted them to work on it together as a team. When the mountain of money finally came into his bank, Samuel did something very big. He gave Stella the keys to everything. He gave her his business cards, his bank cards, and his secret passwords. He told her that what belonged to him also belonged to her. But then a terrible thing happened. One cold morning, Samuel woke up. He reached out his hand to touch Stella, but the bed was empty. He called out her name. Stella, Stella. But there was no answer. The house was completely silent. Samuel got out of bed and looked in the kitchen. She was not there. He looked in the bathroom. She was not there. He opened the closet and his heart broke into tiny pieces. All of Stella's clothes were gone. Her shoes were gone. Her bags were gone. Samuel rushed to find his business cards and his bank cards. They were gone too. Stella had taken all the big money and ran away. Samuel sat on the floor and cried. He cried for hours. He waited by the door hoping it was just a bad joke. Days passed. The sun came up and the sun went down. No message came. No phone call came. Stella was gone forever. This broke Samuel. He fell into a deep, dark sadness. He stayed inside his house for many months. He did not open the windows. He did not eat much. He just sat in the dark thinking about how much it hurts when a real person breaks your heart. He thought to himself, real people are bad. Real people lie. Real people steal and run away. Samuel wanted a companion, but he was too scared to love a real human ever again. So he came up with an idea. He went on his computer and bought a life-size female doll. When the big box arrived at his door, Samuel opened it. Inside was a tall plastic doll. It had long hair, glass eyes, and a painted smile that never changed. Samuel dressed the doll in beautiful clothes. He sat the doll on the sofa in his living room. He called the doll his wife. To Samuel this was perfect. He talked to the doll and the doll just sat there and listened. The doll never argued. The doll never asked for money. And most importantly, the doll could never pack its bags and leave him. The doll would never cheat on him. Samuel finally felt safe. He went back to his normal life, living happily with his plastic doll. But soon very strange things began to happen in the house. One evening, Samuel left for work. Before he left, he made sure the doll was sitting on the big red chair in the living room. When he came back home later that night, he unlocked the door and walked inside. He looked at the red chair. The doll was not there. Samuel blinked his eyes. He looked around. He found the doll standing by the hallway window looking outside. Samuel rubbed his head. He told himself that he must have moved the doll and forgot about it. He picked up the plastic doll and put it back on the red chair. 2 days later it happened again. Samuel put the doll in the bedroom before he went to take a shower. When he came out of the shower, the doll was not in the bedroom. It was standing right outside the bathroom door. Its glass eyes were staring straight at him. Samuel felt a cold chill run down his back. It was a little bit scary. But he shook his head. He told himself dolls cannot move. They are made of plastic. It does not mean anything. I'm just tired. I'm just imagining things. He ignored the strange things and continued to live his life. Then came the scariest night of Samuel's life. It was very late at night. The moon was hidden behind dark clouds. The whole house was pitch black and very quiet. Samuel was sleeping in his bed. Suddenly he woke up. His mouth felt very dry. He needed to drink a glass of water. Samuel got out of bed. He did not turn on the lights. He walked slowly down the dark hallway toward the kitchen. As he got closer to the kitchen, he stopped. He heard a noise. It was a soft noise. Samuel held his breath. His heart started to beat as fast as a drum. Someone was in his kitchen. He took one quiet step forward. Then another. He slowly peeked his head around the corner to look into the kitchen. The refrigerator door was open, glowing with a pale yellow light. Sitting at the kitchen table was the plastic doll. Samuel's eyes opened wide in shock. He could not believe what he was seeing. The doll had a plate of leftover food in front of it. Its stiff plastic arm lifted a spoon. The doll put the spoon into its painted mouth. The doll was eating. Samuel tried to scream, but no sound came out of his mouth. He was too scared to move. He was frozen like a block of ice. Suddenly the doll stopped eating. It slowly turned its plastic head. Its neck made a loud cracking sound. The doll looked right at Samuel. Its glass eyes stared deep into his soul. The painted smile on its face seemed to grow wider. Samuel did not sleep that night. He backed away slowly, never taking his eyes off the kitchen. He hid in his bedroom, sitting on the floor, shaking with fear. He locked the door and pulled his knees to his chest. He listened to the quiet sounds coming from the house, waiting for the dark night to end. Hours passed. Finally, the sun started to rise. Morning light shined through his window. The birds began to sing outside. As soon as he saw the bright daylight, Samuel jumped up. He did not pack any clothes. He did not grab his shoes. He unlocked his bedroom door and ran. He ran down the hallway past the kitchen and straight out the front door. Samuel ran away from his own house as fast as his legs could carry him. He ran down the street and never looked back. He left the town and never returned. And nobody ever found out what was truly waiting inside that house, sitting at the kitchen table with a painted smile that never changed.